One of the great side effects of awakening, so to speak, and of recognizing your true nature is what seems to happen in your everyday world, in your relational life and your emotional life afterwards. And this is not something that is very much talked about, in non-duality circles, but it is such an important topic. And I love it when teachers speak about this, because what are you going to do? And what I have noticed is that one of the side effects is that you start to develop this discernment. This is one of my favorite words, discernment, which is very different from being judgmental. Okay? This is a more subtle, quieter, and non-judgmental clarity in your relational life about what is okay for you and what isn't, what feels respectful and kind and boundaried and emotionally honest, and what doesn't. And this becomes ever more clear, like you have this superpower where you instinctively very quickly feel your way in relationships. And it is something that is important to work with, to become familiar with, because this is a very different thing from reacting from your pain and reacting from your history. That too is important to look at and to work through and to heal. And at the heart of that reactiveness, you will find that you have these values that maybe you didn't know you had, and these boundaries that are very clear on what you will and will not tolerate. And so you don't need to explain them to others. This is what discernment is. You don't need to justify what you're feeling. It is just your truth, and you recognize it. It is unmistakable. And then there is, the project of learning how to communicate your needs or not communicate your needs, whether something feels safe enough to do so or important enough to do so or not. And these are all skills that don't naturally arrive with awakening itself. And so I really wanted to briefly speak about this. And I am very interested, even with my past as a psychotherapist, to be able to integrate all of this understanding when it comes to awakening and real life after awakening. Thank you so much.